That's me in Africa. I almost died from malaria. Oh my beloved Africa. The continent of vibrance, passion, purity, and also a place where the passenger capacity of vehicles is not respected, which is unpleasant when you're in the first stages of food poisoning. Yeah, I got a food poisoning a couple of times during my filming trips in Africa, but it was nowhere near as the severe malaria that almost killed me. What pleasantly surprised me was that the locals didn't think malaria was that big of a deal, which gave me a lot of false confidence. No, there is no malaria here. It's not malaria season.
Who is malaria?
These are not malaria mosquitoes.
It's like flu.
You can only get malaria by getting bitten by mosquitoes, and to be completely honest with you, my fear and protection had been decreasing by the day since coming to Africa due to these reassuring words of the locals. Don't worry, Mom. I think I'm protected enough. Don't worry. These fuckers won't bite me. Ah! Oh, that was just dust. No, there's no malaria here, Mom. All the locals are saying it. Don't worry. No, in fact, I haven't seen a mosquito for ages. So yeah, I got a pretty serious case of malaria in Togo, which is right here. No, it's actually here. Sorry, I gotta tease my American subscribers every now and then. Anyway, I was admitted to a hospital. I spent 4 days there, and it was a very strange experience. Nobody really communicated with me. I didn't know what treatment I was getting. The nurses were always silent, and the cherry on top happened when they were about to release me. They basically let me go, and I had no idea what to do then. Wait, I'm sorry, doctor, but should I still take some medicine? Should I rest more? What should I eat? I still feel weak. Isn't there any medical advice you should give me? And man, I gotta tell you, to this day, that doctor's medical advice still strongly resonates with me. So what should I do? Be a man. I don't know what would have happened if I followed that advice. Wait, I actually know. Eventually you get used to these vague, unhelpful, non-informative answers and statements, but it takes time and patience. Hi, excuse me, when exactly is the bus leaving?
Very soon.
What's inside the meat sandwich?
A lot of things.
Alright. Hi, who's in charge of the hotel, please?
God.
God. Okay. Speaking of communication, since the streets in Africa are quite busy, people often speak very loudly, almost aggressively, even in situations when it's not completely necessary. I wonder if that happens only outside.
Will you marry me? Yes, I will. I love you. Me too.
But you know who definitely wasn't loud when talking? Me. As my girlfriend and I were visiting mostly French-speaking countries and my French was basically non-existent, she had to do all the talking.
C'est votre visa dans moi, madame?
Merci beaucoup.
Et monsieur? Pourquoi il parle pas?
Non, il parle pas parce que...
Est-ce qu'il y a un... problème?
Non, c'est juste que...
Bonjour monsieur, bienvenue en Afrique.
Non, il est bien, c'est juste que...
Je vais lui donner une réduction pour les handicapés.
You know, I took the longest train in the world. I saw football history being made. I caught the biggest frog on the planet. But I've never seen a thing quite as mind-blowing as African cinematography. African movies are just revolutionary. They don't care about the rules and go recklessly against the flow, which makes watching them unique.
François, est-ce que tu m'aimes encore? Oui, mon amour. Je vendrai toutes mes poules juste pour être avec toi. Alors pourquoi n'es-tu pas avec une autre femme hier? Ah! C'était ma sœur!
Tu es malade? Je connais toutes tes 14 sœurs!
Je peux plus te mentir, mon amour. C'était ma nouvelle femme. Je suis désolé, mais on peut être polygame, chérie.
Casse-toi, François! Casse-toi! All jokes jokes aside, Africa is the purest continent full of incredible diverse cultures and the warmest people on this planet. And I want to take this time to say thank you for having me, Africa. I enjoyed all my trips there, first as a volunteer and then as a filmmaker. And to end this in some real African style, let me just say the wise words of Richard Mullen. The only man I envy is the man who has not yet been to Africa.